Sports has taught me how to be a competitor. You have to respect the game. You have to respect your opponents. And you have to go out and earn respect for yourself. If you give everything 100%, you will earn their respect.
Sean was 8 years old when his father and I split up.
It was a very hard period of time to go through, and I looked to sports to be a getaway.
His work ethic is unmatched.
Having been witness to a failed marriage, I think Sean didn't want to fail in life at anything.
Baseball was my first love sport. I've always loved watching the Yankees with my dad. I wanted to be like those players.
You know, Sean's the type of kid who you see swing the bat one time and you know there's something special about this kid. Well, you know, he can run, he can throw, he can hit, but his work ethic, I think, you know, sets him apart.
If you look at what a student athlete should be, he's the epitome of it. You know, he is a captain, he's a great leader, academically, highly intelligent.
Outside of school, I feel like anything in life that I need to talk to somebody about, I can go to Sean and trust him. That's a brother to me, you know.
He hustles all the time. He works hard all the time. It's fun to watch him succeed.
Adversity to me is seeing how a person deals with their lowest of low moments. Why not give everything 100%? You only have one life, and I want to make the most of it.
Hey, Jake, how are you? And what the heck are we doing here?
We're here. My name is Jake Olson. I work at Rich's Cars, and we are proud to be the new sponsor for the Game of the Week.
All right, sponsoring up the Game of the Week. So we're out here at Skyview where there's a Game of the Week going to be going on here real soon. So what made you want to sponsor the Game of the Week?
At Rich's, we actually have a huge following when it comes to sports because Rich, the owner, actually was a star at Logan High School, still holds a lot of state records. I played football at Mountain Crest. Sports just builds character, and we want to be able to give back to our communities and be able to help those around us see how hard work pays off.
You make sure to tell those guys down there at Rich's how good Mountain Crest is, right?
Yeah, because back in the day, apparently, the Logan used to beat up on Mountain Crest, but when I was there, it wasn't so much so.
Oh, yeah, there is some of that. And you and I, we share a little bit of stuff in common. We're from out there in the hinterlands, College Ward, Young Ward. So if you can buck bales and everything else, you can move cars, right?
Oh yeah, but growing up out in Young Ward in the farm areas where you haul hay and feed cows and do all those other things that are pretty hard work, and then selling cars seems pretty easy.
Well, okay, it may seem pretty easy, but what if I'm the guy that wants to buy a new car? I'll tell you what, I'm one of these that kind of drive my car a lot, but most people, what is it, about every 3 years people get a new car? But to me, I'm one of those guys that's really nervous about buying a new car. If somebody's going to come into Rich's, why should they not be nervous? How are you going to treat them? What should they know?
First thing, when you come to the Rich's, the environment is just like you're coming home. You're going to get a no-pressure atmosphere. You have 3 sales guys. You have myself. You have Dean Ricks. You also have Kendall Gertzen, who's Rich's son. The pressure is zero. Most people, when they go into a car dealership, they feel a lot of pressure, and they're nervous that they're going to get the vulture treatment where, oh yeah, we're going to come and sell you a car. We have to get you. What does it take to get you in a car today? We don't do that. We come in, we leave the keys on the car so most people can check it out. You go on our website, you kind of see what we have before you even come in. A lot of the time, people want to call and make sure the car is still there. So if you ever want to call us, just give us a call. Our number's on our website. Ask for myself, Dean, or Kendall, and we'll make sure you're taken care of.
You've given us some good tips for the buyer there. Is there anything else? You know, if you're buying a car somewhere, these are the things, this is what what homework should a buyer do?
First thing they want to do is I'd say go look at the Google reviews. You see our Google reviews that Rich has been in the business for 20 plus years. Being from the Valley, you don't get successful in this Valley without without being honest and being a good business guy. And I've worked for a lot of people, and working for him, I don't think I've ever worked for someone who is honest and upfront as he is. Go do your reviews. Obviously, there's going to be some negative reviews here and there, but you can't please everyone. But you know what? We do everything we can to make sure they leave happy. Call and ask other people that if they've had the same experience, because a lot of people do leave their numbers on the reviews, or just call and kind of just ask questions, because it's no pressure atmosphere. One of our biggest things we say is it's your money, it's your choice. Don't feel any pressure. A lot of the times we even tell people, you know what? Why don't you go home and think about it, because you're obviously not in the, I wouldn't say right mind, but you're obviously not in the position right now to make that decision, because it's not like buying a T-shirt. You can't just return it. So basically that's where we're at right there.
Well, I know Rich. I played football against him in high school. I know he's a good dude. So sounds like you got a bunch of good dudes down there. There's some letters on your sign that mean something. I can't remember exactly what they are. What's that?
It's actually GGYCT. When I first started working there, I was really confused too, but there's actually two acronyms for it. The first one, and the most common known, is Good Guys You Can Trust, and that one goes by especially with selling cars like from Rich, because you ain't gonna find a more honest guy in the business. Or you could also go get your car today. So
there you go. All right, people want to come find you. How do they find you?
Go to our website at richescarsandcredit.com. Go to our Facebook page, or if you want to just call us, we're at 435-752-7424, and we're on Main Street, 2570 North Main Street in North Logan.
Thanks, Jake.
Here at Palmer's, we've always had a philosophy of keeping our prices the lowest in town. That's kind of our guarantee. We always guarantee the lowest prices in the Valley. We were in a warehouse for 17 years and we could justify it by the low overhead. Nothing's changed with our move. We just have a little bigger store because we outgrew the last one, but nobody will beat us in price on any product. On mattresses, furniture, sofas, you name it, we'll beat it. We're on the highway in Providence, 3 blocks south of Macy's, right next to Big O Tire.
Starting to lose our hearing? Is it genetic? Is it environmental? What's happening to us?
There's many things. Genetics can take a part of it. Certain medications, toxic drugs, but most of it's just life, living in general. We go to a concert here. We go to a motorcycle rally. We ride a motorcycle. We're exposed to all these loud sounds, loud music, but it all takes a little bit of hearing. A little bit here, a little bit there. We don't notice it. It's so slowly happening and it's painless, and over time just that little bit compounds, and pretty soon we have a significant hearing loss that's affecting our ability to communicate with our loved ones.
Right, and the only way you may notice that is if your wife says something to you and you're saying what 42 times a day, which of course I have no experience of that whatsoever.
Your wife, or you have the TV turned up too loud, always repeating, asking people to repeat, just not sure what they're saying. You hear them but you don't understand.
I have that trouble too in a full room of people. I can't pick out one conversation anymore.
That comes from most likely a high frequency hearing loss.
I'm getting old. But it doesn't even apply to just old people, does it? Or older. It can certainly be people who are younger. I mean, you have young patients too, don't you?
Yes, about 1 in 4, the latest studies I read, 1 in 4 teenagers has hearing loss due to exposure to noise.
Oh, well, yes. I mean, we could go on about that, but we can see it because we've all had the experience of teenagers listening to music through some kind of device, and they've got their earbuds in, and you say something to them, and they pull it out, one of them, and you can hear their music, 2 blocks away down the street, and you just think, you're going to be deaf.
Yes. With an iPad, an Apple product with the volume turned up all the way, you have about 10 minutes of listening time before you actually start creating hearing loss. Yes.
Wow, so that's significant. Wow.
About 70% of the volume, you can go about 8 hours so in a day's time. So if you're listening to those things, turn them down. Put a limit on them at about 70% of the maximum volume.
Wow, well that's really interesting because I didn't realize it would be that brutal and that quickly. So kids that are listening to this every day, day in and day out, I mean, we're laughing, but seriously, it could be a real problem.
It can affect their whole life, their career choices, everything in their life can be affected by them not being able to hear.
Okay, so very simply, turn the music down. But aside from that, if you are experiencing any kind of problem, be you my age or be you younger, why don't you give Dr. Daines a call here at Cache Valley Hearing? Tell us where we are, Dr. Daines, and how they can get hold of you.
We're at 485 North Main Street in Logan, and you can just give us a call at 435-753-4327. We're at 753-HEAR here.
That's a good, that's very apt. Yeah, I should say so. Any kind of hearing loss, and literally, please don't let this feeling of embarrassment or it not being manly or cool, that's a bit dim. You shouldn't be embarrassed about something that is a natural aging process.
It's actually more noticeable when you don't hear and have to have people repeat themselves.
That's true. Extremely irritating for those around you that are having to repeat it time and time again. Thanks so much, Dr. Daines. And seriously, guys, give Dr. Daines a call. Your hearing problems will be solved. Thanks, Dr. Daines. Before we go any further, let's remind people that you are open here at the factory, and you have been open all this time, and business is really good, and you still want to invite people in.
You know, the factory's been doing good, even this thing going in town and all over the world. We appreciate all the people from Cache Valley supporting all of these months and all these years, but this last month's been harder. But we're still here and we don't plan to go anywhere.
Right. Well, you've been here a long time. Not you personally, but the factory's been here for decades, really.
Yeah, you know, I've been here for 28 years, so that's a long time. But I'm still happy to do my job and I still enjoy it. And I appreciate the whole people of Cache Valley and out of Cache Valley to support the factory, and thanks to, and hopefully we do the best we can. And actually, we want to offer special for the people following in the Cache Valley channel. We're going to give it a free nachos when they buy a large pizza. They just got to mention to us and say, we hear they out in the Cache Valley channel and you owe us a nacho. And we will honor the offer anytime.
And look at that deliciousness that they're going to get right here. A free nacho. So anybody following the Valley channel, you come in, you say, we saw this ad on the Valley channel, and we'd like to claim the free nachos, because they're not going to get it, are they, unless they mention the ad?
That's correct. Yeah, if they don't mention, we don't can give it to anybody. But if you mention we saw you, say we're going to give you a free nacho. You earn your nachos right there, automatic.
And there they are, so good looking. Tell us a little bit about other things that have been going on. You're busy here all the time. You have certain nights, don't you, that you do things on?
You know, we have a Monday night special for the families to come.
Yeah.
You know, they get a couple drinks for free when they come on Monday nights. And we have a Wednesday night for the college kids, and people want to get a little bit out of this stress relief, we call it. We have $1 draft and a $4 nachos, and I think that's a pretty good way to the kids to go out of the campus for a couple hours and study and come enjoy a good time to the factory.
Definitely. Tell us where we are, Fernando, and how we can find you guys.
We're located in 119 South Main in the basement. So anytime, we open 7 days a week from 11 to 11, or on the weekends 11 to midnight. And when the game's on, we stay open long as we need. And people knows me. If you call me later and I'm still here,
yeah,
I'm still gonna make you food.
Yeah, because you do support local sports, right?
Yeah, you know, I support, you know, like Logan High, Mount Crest, Skyview, Ridgeline,
yeah,
Grand Canyon, you know, the Aggies. after the games, a lot of people come, and that's how we stay in business, just by the local people support me. So I'm happy to do what I do.
Well, definitely a local institution that we're all really glad you're still here. And you're right here on Main Street. You can't miss it. It says the factory right outside here. Come on down. Claim your free nachos, because it doesn't get much better than free nachos, especially here at the factory. Thanks so much, Fernando.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate you guys for all the support for all these years, and hopefully we'll be here for a long time.
You will.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's time for Wendy's Bacon Fest.
Bacon.
That's right. The place that brought you the Baconator and sells more bacon cheeseburgers than anyone is making all your Applewood smoked dreams come true. Like the all-new Bacon Jalapeno Cheeseburger. Or the Bacon Double Stack in the $5 Biggie Bag. If you're this crazy for bacon,
make mine a double.
We got you with the Bacon Jalapeno Cheeseburger or the Bacon Double Stack Biggie Bag. Get yours now at Wendy's Bacon Fest.
Here at Palmer's, we've always had a philosophy of keeping our prices the lowest in town. That's kind of our guarantee. We always guarantee the lowest prices in the Valley. We were in a warehouse for 17 years and we could justify it by the low overhead. Nothing's changed with our move. We have a little bigger store because we outgrew the last one, but nobody will beat us in price on any product. On mattresses, furniture, sofas, you name it, we'll beat it. We're on the highway in Providence, 3 blocks south of Macy's, right next to Big O Tire.
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
So, you
The game of the week on the Valley Channel heads south to Hiram as the Mountain Crest Mustangs play host to the Logan Grizzlies tonight. Yeah, this is one of those long-time rivalries, a big rivalry between the Mustangs and the Grizz. The Grizz off to a pretty good start this season at 3-1, while the Mustangs are 1-3. The Grizzlies are led by senior quarterback Cody Kirk. The kid has thrown 7 touchdown passes and 0 interceptions. The Grizzlies are not turning the ball over. They had a bad outing last time going up to Highland of Idaho and getting run off the field up there for their first loss of the season. It'll be interesting to see how they respond tonight here at Mountain Crest. Mountain Crest, meanwhile, a brand new coach, Randy Kearns from Ohio, comes and brings some new life and some new energy to this Mountain Crest program. Is it enough to get a win, an upset win over the Logan Grizzlies? Stick with us and find out. It's the game of the week coming up next.
I did a few bodybuilding shows before, and it just wasn't for me. I didn't want to get up on stage again. But once I was fortunate enough to get the Fusion, I started working out on it. I'm like, man, this machine's for everybody. This is high intensity. Get in, get out, get it done. and you got the best trainers showing you how to do it, coaching along the way, so it makes it fun. You're not staring at the stair climber and watching the little dots go up. You're getting incredible amounts of calorie burn out of quick 20-minute, 30-minute workouts.
Are you probably one of the only ones that's just going to be primarily using the Fusion to transform yourself for this competition?
I would say I'm probably the only one. By doing this and switching it up, it shows that anything's possible. I'm just like you. If you're struggling out there, if you're watching this, I've been there. I'm gonna show you guys that you can be balanced, you can have a balanced life and be happy and get on stage. It's not just about working out. This is a big stage and a big competition. I couldn't imagine it coming at a more perfect time. All right, the day's finally here. We're at FitCon 2018 here at the Salt Palace. I'm super excited. It's been a long journey. There's been a lot of ups and downs, emotionally and physically, but we're ready to get this going. Today, I'm gonna prove that with a little bit of confidence and planning, we can go out there, we can conquer our goals, get over our fears, and just express all the confidence in the world and hopefully impact others that are watching. Moment of truth, it's go time. Let's get it.
Number 49, Sean Reardon.
There are a lot of things that it took to make all this come to fruition. The Fusion was definitely one of those things that gave me that advantage. This is my only show where I've used the Fusion for my cardio, and I've never got a medal before. We got a medal this time. Even though this is my last show, this isn't the end to my story. I'm ready to take on anything that comes my way. I'm not sure what the future holds, but I'm excited for it. That's all I know.
Nobody does bacon like Wendy's. And now, we're bringing you the Big Bacon Classic, made with fresh, never frozen beef, topped with hot and crispy bacon. So if you're not getting your bacon cheeseburger from Wendy's, what are you getting? If you want bacon done right, we got you with the Big Bacon Classic. What are you waiting for?
Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology. Bring back what you've been missing. Bring back Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology.
I had a chance earlier today to talk to Mountain Crest head coach Randy Kearns. He's from Ohio, right? He's been back in Ohio. He's been coaching for 12 years. This is his 7th year as a head coach. And I said, what brings you out to Utah? And he said, you know, I've just got plans in life. I want to go see different places, do different things. And when he was in Ohio, he turned around Fairborn High School. They're about a 3A, 4A type of size, right around Dayton. He said it was a tough place. Tough place to get kids to come out to play, really quite a mix of students. And they were able to blow it up, build it up. And then last year in a COVID-shortened season, they went 6-1. They lost 4 games to COVID, but went 6-1 and really had that program on the move. I asked him about the differences in coaching here versus out there in Ohio, and he said there's about 700 high schools in Ohio. A region out there is 25 schools. So it's bigger that way. But one thing that's really blown him away is the support and the love from the fans out here in Mountain Crest. He said, we lost big the other night, and the fans made a tunnel for the players to walk down after the game. He said, we want to give them something to cheer about and give them something to feel good about again out here in Hiram. They run a little bit of that wing tee, but it's more going to be a spread run type of game that you're going to see out of the Mountain Crest Mustangs. The run game's looking pretty good. The passing game is coming along. Defensively, they started out in the 3-4 this season, but they feel like a 4-3 is a little bit better fit for them. They want to establish the run against the Grizzlies and find a way to slow down Grizzly quarterback Cody Kirk to try to get the win tonight. Should be a good one. Stick around.
Say the word base. Say the word mess.
The Game of the Week on the Valley Channel is brought to you by Icon Health and Fitness, changing lives with fitness innovation. Wendy's of Cache Valley, it's way better than fast food, it's Wendy's. Cache Valley Hearing and Audiology, bring back what you have been missing. Palmer Home Furnishings, our low overhead means higher quality at lower prices. Aspen Dental, get that gorgeous smile you've always wanted. Custom Fence Company, privacy, security, peace of mind. Rich's Cars and Credit, good guys you can trust. Anderson Seed and Garden, growing better gardeners. The Logo Shop, we logo stuff, all kinds of stuff. KSM means music, music is all we do. Factory Pizzeria, we're open late after the game. And the Valley Channel, Cache Valley's TV station, for over 30 years. It's homecoming in Hiram. We're at Lynn R. Miller Field on the campus of Mountain Crest High School for the Game of the Week on the Valley Channel tonight. Mountain Crest against Logan. Hello everyone, I'm Eric Olson. On the call tonight, the Logan Grizzlies come into this game 3-1 against the 1-3 Mountain Crest Mustangs. The Grizzlies winners of their first 3 games this season, beating Viewmont 20-16, Juan Diego 50-21, and Stansbury 32-27 before getting steamrolled by Highland of Idaho 47-13. That one up in Pocatello, a very good team with good running backs and a good running quarterback. In fact, we saw them last year against Logan at Logan on the Game of the Week, and they were a good team then. They are perennially a good team. Mountain Crest on the other end, they got a win against Box Elder in their second game of the week. Second game of the year, I should say. Lost to Stansbury 49-7, Wasatch 51-7, and then Bonneville 31-7. They are definitely in rebuild mode here in Hiram. Coach Randy Kearns from Ohio out here trying to breathe some new life into this program, a program that's had a proud tradition since its first title back in 1987. And they've been a contender almost every year since then. So having a consecutive years where they've been out of it early has been a little bit tough on the folks here at the south end of the valley, but there's still a lot of people in the stands here in Hiram. And Coach Kearns said he has been taken aback by the amount of support this team has, considering what they've been through the last few years. Logan, led by the senior quarterback, Cody Kirk. Kirk is 43 of 70 on the year, 505 yards, 7 touchdowns, no interceptions. The Grizzlies have turned the ball over once in 4 games. And that's going to be a key here tonight. The Mustangs hope to create some turnovers and try to limit Kirk the best they can, but there's a big 3 for Logan. It's Kirk, Matt Mason, the running back, and the linebacker is one of the top running backs on the linebackers in 4A. And then Gage Jensen on the receiving end, big number 5, is a steady target. The Mountain Crest offense will get first crack at it, and they're going to try to run more of a power game. They'd run they're going to run a spread, but with a run out of it, mostly with gap schemes up front. And the passing game, they admit, is a work in progress. The run looks good, but they're going tonight with the sophomore quarterback, Casey Crofts. He's just a sophomore. They feel like they need Preston Lofthouse, who played quarterback last year. They feel like they need him at receiver and at safety because he's such a great athlete. Here's the give, and there's a big hole on first down, and a pickup of 6 yards for the Mustangs on first down. It's McMurtry. Off to the right side, found a little bit of a gap. Looked like he might be on the races, off to the races, and one of the Grizzlies got his ankles before he was able to break free. Still a good gain on first down. It rained here hard just before kickoff. You're probably telling our pitcher it's a little wet on the track. See what that does to the field, this field turf. Crofts is going to keep it. He's got blockers out front. That's not Crofts, that's Lofthouse.
Lofthouse with a carry around the left side.
And Lofthouse ends up losing 2 yards.
Loss on the play.
And it's going to be third down and 6.
42, Gavin Reeder.
Reeder with the takedown for Logan. The senior defensive lineman. Carson Olson's the leading rusher on this team. And what's going on now? And the officials got together and huddled up for a minute. We're keeping an eye on lightning. There's a bunch of thunderstorms around. You look out to the north and it's raining buckets out toward the Utah State game that's going on tonight. Crofts, hands behind him. Right near the marker goes McMurtry. Let's see where they spot it. Dante McMurtry, the junior, this is a young team. It's going to be fourth down and just about a yard. McMurtry picked up 5. It's going to be third and a yard. Oh, they moved it. They've moved the ball. And now it's nose up, and they're calling it a first down. Wow, the white hat came over and said something to the official that spotted it, that moved it up to the 30-yard line and gives Mountain Crest a first down. They found something on that left side of that Logan defense. Had a couple of runs over there, 6 yards and 5 yards. They're going to try it again that side. Cutting back inside and picking up 4 is Terrell Lee. They'll use a bunch of running backs, and they will run the ball. If Mountain Crest can, they'll run the ball. They'll power it and keep Cody Kirk and the Logan offense off the field as 3 new Mustangs come into the ballgame. They run it out of that spread look, but they've got a power formation in the backfield. Pressing up on the edges is the Logan defense. They're going to hand it off this time, picking his way off the right side and left side of the offense. Right side of the defense is Olson. And he picks up 7, and that's another first down. We've played 3 minutes here in this first quarter. Mountain Crest matriculating the pigskin from the 20 to the 42. And a new set of downs now for the Mustangs. Here's another give. This is Olson again. He puts his head down, runs over defenders, and picks up 10 yards. And now the official on the sideline as the rain starts coming down in sheets. I think they've got a lightning warning now because they're sending the teams off. Mountain Crest into Logan territory at the 48. Up above us, we're in the press box, and up above us is the lightning indicator. And when lightning's within so close to the stadium, by rules, they have to shut everything down, get everybody off the field. And you'll have to wait a half an hour after the last time it's
it's set off the lightning indicator. So we're going to take a break. Step aside. There's 8:41 to play in the first quarter. We're in a weather delay at Mountain Crest. No score.
Gymnasium.